Welcome everyone to my channel. Slightly different angle, and I apologize for that. The reason being is, well, we have no power in my house right now. Power went out. A tree limb, or a tree, I'm not sure what happened exactly, fell into a power line, knocked the power out, okay? So, I'm without power, and I have two little kids, one with no entertainment, and the other one's got switch. It's gonna die eventually. And we're gonna try and talk about Cujo, okay? By Stephen King. So if you haven't been here before, pull up a seat, sit down, and listen. I guess, I don't know, whatever you do with these. I'm also gonna try and do some dishes while I'm doing this. Wash a pan while I talk about Cujo. So, basically, it starts off with telling you about a bad dude who went around and murdered and ate a bunch of women. Like, seriously. He went out, ate a bunch of women, and murdered them. And then he died. Super just there, you know? The thing of that matter is that, of course, this is in Castle Rock, Maine, which Stephen King's everything fucking happens in. There's a lot of places, things that happen in Maine. Castle Rock, Maine. Those, actually, I learned from Ian Goobly, another YouTuber, who went through and named off every single one. So it was like 30 some odd places that either named or the stuff happened within Castle Rock, which is weird in and of itself, but I guess, you know, when you make up your own town, you're gonna use it a lot, because everything that happens in his books all happen in the same universe. It's all in the same area. It's all continuity of the same fucking shit. So these evils happen in the same places and everything. It's just the way it is. Then it switches to Tad, he's Tad Tanner, and he's having lots of not nightmares. He was going to go to bed one night, his parents tucked him in, and then a monster appeared and talked to him and said he was going to eat him after it got closer and closer to him. And he screamed. His parents came in. You know, his dad put the chair in front of the thing, put the clothes in the back, and then put the teddy bear in his hands. And in the morning, the door was open, clothes were back on the chair, and the teddy was back there. So, like, they don't understand what's going on. Donna and Vic don't know what's going on. And then you learn that Vic is partners with Rogers with some kind of ad company who is losing, most likely, a major supporter of them, you know, that gives them money and shit. So there's that. You also meet Joe and Charity, who have a son named Brett. Charity wants to take her son to meet family. Joe doesn't want him to go. She actually wins $5,000, and so she decides to sweet talk her husband into it. We also meet Cujo. So Vic had brought his vehicle over, and Tad had met Cujo as well. Cujo's a big, giant, freaking Saint Bernard. Calm as can be, very nice. And then you have a little adventure with Cujo, where Cujo gets bitten by bats and gets rabies. Now, it doesn't really affect him at first. It's not really in his system too badly. But by the time Charity takes Brett to go to meet her family on a bus ride, he's already in it. Now, this guy that Joe knows, Gary, they had plans to go to Beantown to, I don't know, do whatever. And Gary had gone over there to wait for Brett. And, well, Cujo decided that, hey, I'm going to eat you. Literally eats him. Tears out his throat and everything. She's trying to climb up on something right now, and I'm just, like, not in it. It's a bunch of fluff, like always with Stephen King. A bunch of nonsensical shit that doesn't, you know, to build up the horror and the mounting of it. But I think he takes too long to build up the horror and the mounting, because everybody knows what happens to animals who get rabies. They go fucking crazy and they bite everything and everyone. Now, humans can't get, they can get rabies, but it doesn't really physically hurt them too much. You know, you can get shots and be cured. So can't dogs. Dogs can get protection from it. But they didn't have protection from... Cujo didn't have no protections from rabies. So that's why he got the rabies in the first place. This book is called Cujo. So it's about rabies-ass dog and a specter who's saying he is the dude who was murdering and killing, eating all the women that Tad sees in his closet. But he's had to come up with words called the monster words to protect Tad. Now, I don't know a lot of what else is going to go on in this, to be honest. And I'm already 124 pages in. I'm listening to the Audible of it. It's like 4 hours so far that I've listened to out of 13. And honestly, I'm not all that impressed by it. So I'm going to give it another listen to. I'm going to be like over halfway through the book by the time. And then I'm going to decide whether or not I'm going to DNF it. Because if it doesn't start picking up in a way that entertains me and gives me what I want out of Stephen King, which is horror. I want the horror of it. Because it's not really getting the horror. Then I'm just going to DNF the book and be done with it. I mean, I've already DNF'd The Shining because it just didn't call to me. And I DNF'd Firestarter because it was just, I don't know, not what I want. And The Girl That Loved Tom Gordon, I DNF'd that one as well. Jeez, I've already DNF'd 3 books of his. And I read The Talisman and The Black House, which were very much my style, and I liked and I enjoyed because the mounting of horror of it was much more there, in a sense. This not so much. So, yeah. We're going to see where this is going to go. And I'm hoping, beyond all hope, that it goes better than what it has so far for me. I finished listening to Cujo, and I'm rating it a 3. I'm telling you that now. Well, it did pick up in its excitement and horror and stuff. The ending of it is not happy, and it's not an ending I wanted. I would have gone with any other ending, but the one he went with. Cujo gets rabies, right, from a bat, and although it doesn't affect him really all that much at first, because it hasn't really gotten into his system very well, it's still hazy for him. Now, Tad and Donna's husband, Vic, finds out that Donna cheated on him right before he was going on a trip to New York, or on a trip with his co-worker, Rogers, to try to secure the sharp line that he needed to continue for advertising, because that's what he does. He does advertising. And because he found out about this, he's like, I don't know if I want to stay with you or not. I don't know if I love you anymore. I don't know. And she said it was just a summer flame because she was feeling old, and so that's why she cheated. And Tad was worried that he wouldn't get, well, his father's love. But I digress. So Gary is dead. He was killed by Cujo at his own house. I don't know how Cujo got to Gary's house, but yeah, Cujo killed Gary at Gary's house. And then Cujo killed Joe. Now this is on like a Monday. So yeah. That very same day, Donna takes Tad grocery shopping, car sputters, and she decides to take the car to Joe's place to get it fixed. The car dies in Joe's driveway. And she gets out and sees a dog. The dog starts coming after her. She gets back in the car. So from Monday when she gets there until Wednesday when she is rescued. She's trapped in a car with her son. Now, they only have like a Lunchables and drinks that she packed for him to have if they had to sit there and wait for the car to be fixed. Now, they did have a record-breaking 107 on the Wednesday, but she was savage. Severely. Tad started hallucinating because he was dehydrated and hungry, and Brett sleptwalk out of it. So Brett is Charity and Joe's son. He had sleptwalk at his aunt's house downstairs to feed the dog that doesn't exist, with offensive dog food, obviously. And then he said, Cujo's not hungry no more. No more. We get a scene in Cujo's mind, too. He's like a really rabid, and he's like blaming everybody he sees on it. So, while he's got the two of them pinned in there, you know, he does leave, but she's terrified of everything. And she doesn't leave the car because she's afraid that Cujo's going to be there to kill. Cujo stabbed her stomach, her thigh, and yeah, was just savaging her. When she tried to get out one time, and she slammed the car door really hard on him, and she tried to keep her son from going off the deep end, but he became so dehydrated he started hallucinating ducks, and he was terrified of monsters, and Cujo was basically a monster to him. Tad dies. The 4-year-old dies. I would rather Donna have died and Vic rescuing Tad, or Tad being alive and just Donna dying from her injuries after she killed Cujo, because Cujo did savage her arm afterwards while she was protecting herself with a baseball bat trying to kill him so she could rescue her son. And Vic shows up like right after she kills Cujo, and she's like bashing him and bashing him and bashing him, and Tad's still in this very hot freaking car, barely breathing. And then when Vic goes to get him out of the car, Tad's dead. Sorry, there was something happening and it was irritating me. So anyways, 4 people died from Cujo, and the first one was Gary, Joey's friend. The second one was Joe himself. The third one was a police officer, a chief. He he died, and Tad died. Now Vic had called home and no answers. Vic called home, no answers. Vic called home, no answers. So he called the police station and had them go look, and they found that Steve Kemp had left behind a calling card on top of body fluids. Nasty ass body fluids. So yeah, that right there, that's why I'm giving it a 3. It's because Stephen King killed a child. Now, I know he's not afraid of doing shit like that, but dehydration, a heat stroke, whatever it was that killed him, it's terrible. Now Vic and Donna have to live with their son being dead. Vic is saying that he should have been there sooner, he should have gotten there sooner, he should have not done this, that, and all other things. And Donna, I should have been braver, I should have gone out there sooner. And Charity, who was thinking about divorcing her husband Joe because Joe was violent towards her, and her son Brett, Brett was starting to become a little like Joe in a lot of ways. get off scot-free, and he even gets a new dog that's had a rabies shot. So, I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like how that went. Oh my gosh, so bright. Yes, it is. We're gonna remove this because I put that over there just to bring my face up. So, there is no favorite character. There's no... I guess my most disliked character would be... Okay, I don't know. Cujo. Cujo's my most disliked character. I would say as memorable. These people in this were remiss in a lot of things. When the chief didn't check in, instead of calling or sending someone out to check on the chief, the police officer, they just left it alone. They should have sent another person out there to see why the police officer did not respond. When they saw the dead body, they should have called it in. That would have saved both Donna and Tad, instead of just Tad being the only one dying. These people are so not doing their jobs, and I know it's like the early whatevers, but still, just no. I don't have a favorite quote, and I don't have a favorite passage either. I just don't. What year was this in? 1980s, I guess? 1980. Yeah, 1980. So, but still, do your job properly. Don't just assume things. Oh, he didn't check in, that means everything's good. No, go fucking check why he didn't check in. What I thought about the end of the book, you gotta know. It's shit. I didn't like it. It's at 3 because of the horror part of him being Donna being attacked. But Donna was the only one who was really savaged horrorly for it, because she was constantly in a state of panic because Cujo couldn't get to him, but Cujo kept trying to get to them. What book did it remind me of? I don't know. I haven't read something like this, so I don't know. I don't have a book, yes. This book is a standalone, so there's no series to it, but it is by Stephen King. It takes place in his meta-universe, which is basically everything takes place in the same universe. So I guess you could consider it like a series. All Stephen King books. Alright, now my rating. 3. That's it. Anyways, if you think I deserve a like, comment, and a lovely subscription, why don't you go ahead and drop it down below. I'll see you next illusion.